You join me today having secured a draw in our first match in charge here at Weymouth. Today we have two more games for you in the Vanarama National League South, the first of which is our first home game as we try and get out of the quagmire that is the relegation zone. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome to episode 2 of From the Bottom to the Top as we try and take a National League side, happens to be Weymouth, from the bottom all the way to the top, and this is our journey. My name is Mark, and on today's episode, as I said in the preamble, we have two games for you. First of all, we are at home once again to Weston Super Mare, who we managed to get that draw in our first match of the series in the Vanarama National League South, match day 26. And then we are away to Tonbridge Angels, which I think is in Kent, isn't it? In match day 27. So, since you were last with us, nothing has happened. We haven't done anything with regards to playing games. I want to come back and really sort of get ourselves underway. We will motor on after today's episode. So today we're going to play that. Then we're going to play St Albans, Slough Town offline, and come back for Taunton and Dartford. We're trying to sort of like, other than anything that might be of interest against a side maybe at the top of the table, something like that, we'll try and work our way through the ends of the month. And then I think probably what we'll do is we may have back-to-back episodes here towards the end of the season, as it gets interesting whether we can actually survive or not. That is the primary objective while we're here. Couple of things going on. I think when we talked on the last episode, we said that we were going to try and bring in a goalkeeper as a sort of like a must-have. Our first foray into the transfer market with regards to a goalkeeper went a little bit awry. I've just filtered this. I filtered this because I was looking at defensive midfielders, and I do apologise. Let's get this sorted out and we can get it back to where we were. Right. Yes, went a little bit awry because the one of the goalkeepers that we had in on trial, we made an offer for him and he turned us down. He's gone to Ross County. Ross County is where he went. Very disappointing. And we've now put in a bid for Philip I can pronounce his name. I'm going to have to practice it, aren't I? I can see I'm going to have to practice it, or we're going to have to call him something Nickzak or something like that. Nickzak. We'll just call him Philip, shall we? Or I don't know. Anyway, we have, but he's likely to want a work permit, which could cause us a problem. We've had to spend £20,000 out to get a work permit for him, so I'm not convinced that's going to come off. And in which case, we've also made an offer for Michael Kelly. I'm not sure if we've offered him on loan. Is he? No, he's a free agent, so we've offered him to come in on trial. And the other thing that we've done, we really want a defensive midfielder, but there's not that many available. So Joseph, which I think we may have had in one of our other saves. We're going to see if we can bring him on trial. If he looks like he might be okay in defence, we could probably use one of our current defenders, to push up into the defensive midfield, which he is capable of doing. Harvey Slade, I think, is the player. So if that player comes in and he's half decent in defence, I mean, when you look at him, Joseph, he is 6'5". His heading ability is quite good. So central defence there, he would be quite good. And he could play as a defensive midfielder. He's not convincing as a defensive midfielder, but if we're really stuck. So two players we're looking at there, and obviously Nickzak, Philip Nickzak. He could be our next goalkeeper. I really don't know. We will have to wait and see what comes of that. I will keep you posted if anything happens between games today. Right, let's get into it. Let's get into our first game of the episode. It's a rematch against Weston Super Mare. As we know, we played them just in the last game of the last episode. 2 goals from Brandon Goodship, 20 minutes and 47. Lloyd Humphreys on 29 and 75. Opie Edwards on 31. They gave them a 2-1 lead. Looked like we were going to lose it, though. It looked like we might win it when Melvin Lambert gave us the lead after 65 minutes. 10 minutes later, Lloyd Humphreys doing the dirty on us and making it 3-3. So defensively, we've got to be a lot better than we was in the last game if we are to beat them today. Right, let's go and see what we can do then. Michael Weiss is doubtful with a pulled groin and Harry Lee is unavailable. Let's go and have a look at the team that will face Weston Super Mare. And here is the side that will face our Weston Super Mare in this Vanarama National League South on match day 26. Benfield is in goal. He's the only goalkeeper we've got. That's why. Hamlin, Slade, Rowan and Howe are the defensive line. Jurget, Petit and Bolton are central midfield. Roberts sits behind Goodship and Malvin Lambert up front with Thompson, Gidry, Beerwish, O'Connell and Toure on the bench. And we're underway, and this is how the team looks. Our first home game. I'm not looking at recent form. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. Ashley Sill up front. And confirmation of how the table looks. We're 24th. They are in 15th on 33 points. First highlight comes 5 minutes in, and it's a throw-in to Melvin Lambert from Howe. Howe, who had a good game last time out, crossed it into the area. It's bobbling around. He couldn't turn on it and fire it in, and no penalty. Edwards comes away with the ball, and we lost control of that, but the defence should get here. Slade going out to collect that one. He's got various options in front of him. Petit to Bolton now. Howe crosses it deep. And defender gets there. Jurget. And it's put away by Dan Roberts, who's playing as the shadow striker. And on 7 minutes, we go 1 up. I didn't see how many that was for Dan Roberts. We'll put it on screen so you'll see. But lovely pull back. And Roberts puts it away. Purnell now with a free kick. Harper Bailey out to Vincent Morton. And I think that was Melvin Lambert in close proximity there. And the ball given away to Petit. Cuts inside to Dan Roberts. Dan Roberts has a go from distance, not far away. They have a throw-in on the far side. Thomas with a throw-in to Humphreys. Back to Thomas. Thomas to Humphreys into the area. Opie Edwards, but he's come outside the area. He's teeing up for a shot. But Benfield, I think, getting a hand to that, and it's gone for a corner. Crossed in, but Benfield saves that with confidence. I have to say, we'll see it now. We'll see if he gets hands on this. He must have done. Opie Edwards creates the space. Not much, but he did just get enough. Now with a throw-in on this near side to Melvin Lambert. Rowan holds the ball up. Bolton. Back to Rowan. Rowan goes all the way back to Benfield. Slade. Slade now through to Jurget, who's picked up a yellow card, I notice. Slade. Petit. Jurget goes out wide to Hamlin. Hamlin now on that far side. Crosses it in. Ooh, not far away. Nice play. Very attacking. Lovely ball in. And it was Goodship, just couldn't get enough on it. And half-time comes, no more highlights. We should be satisfied with that. 6 shots, 3 on target. Hit my 50%, 0.87 on the XG. 49% of the possession. They've had 2 shots, 1 on target, 0.36, and 51% of the possession. I'd like another goal in the second half, but for us, of course. But I'll take the 1-0 if it's on offer. First highlight of the second half, 64 minutes in. Nothing really happened so far this half. And that ball given away. And Rowan there. But Petit, and he's been caught in no man's land. And we're outnumbered here at the minute. Need to get back. And it's gone out wide to Edwards. Edwards is going to pump that across. And Ashley still can't get it on target. That all came from that throw-in that Petit hung around on the ball. Give it away. And with 72 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes at this juncture in time. Teddy Howe hasn't had such a good game today. He had a fantastic game last time out. He's picked up a yellow card as well today. So we've taken him off. We've moved Rowan out to the right side. And Jordan Thompson comes on in the centre of defence for Charlie Rowan, who's moved out there. So that's Teddy Howe come off, and we've also taken off Malvin Lambert, who's apprehensive, not having a fantastic game, not really putting a lot of pressure on. And we've given a first game in our time here to Ezio Toure, see what he can do. And we have a highlight. Opie Edwards swings that ball in. Thompson is there, but he's only headed it back out to Edwards. Really should just cushion headed that down. And Edwards is out there. He's got Godsmart Ford. He's crossed that in. Just gone over the top. And with 86 minutes on the clock, we're making our final change. Elliot Bolton has picked up an injury. Not sure what that injury is. Doesn't really sort of tell us. Just hampered by injury. So we've taken him off. Moved Slade up into that ball-winning midfielder position. Going to drop him as a defensive player in that position right now. And we've brought on Giddery, moved Rowan back into the middle. And that is our final change. They have a free kick. We are in the 2nd minute of 7 added on. And I don't like this at all. It feels like Sewell comes away with it. Cleary. It was going there, wasn't it? Ashley Seal gets the equaliser on 93 minutes. From a free kick. It's headed clear, but only as far as Saul, and they have plenty of time. Created the space, put it in. Ashley Seal trying to wait for offside, but I don't think he was. Or was he? Oh, he could have been. Oh no, the lines say no. It's debatable. And it's all over. It's another draw against Weston Super Mare. Deep in injury time. Well, I say deep. It was 3 minutes into injury time. They got that equaliser. And that's what we've got to stop. And for one moment there, I thought we'd close the gap on that league table, but it's not to be. We'll have a closer look at that in a moment. We had 7 shots, 4 on target, so we only had 1 shot in that second half. It was on target, but it was just 1 shot, and you'll see how they come back into it. A 1.26 on the XG. We did gain possession off them, but at the end of the day, they had 5 shots, 2 on target, and they've punished us for it as well. And very, very disappointing. At this rate, we could be sacked. Well, for a short while there, it was looking so good. But we have picked up another point, and we move to 11 points. 9 points adrift to Taunton, who they played Yeovil and lost by a 1-0. So we closed the gap on them. Slowly but surely, but we need a couple of wins. Need to build a bit of wins in here. St Albans City, they lost to Hemel Hempstead. So that gap now is down to 16 points between us and safety. But again, we need to build a little bit of momentum. We've really got to go at it. and start to win some games here if we're going to do it. So Yeovil are top on 55. Then comes Slough, Bath City, Tonbridge Angels, who we play next. It's going to be a toughie. Eastbourne Borough, Hemel Hempstead and Farnborough in those playoff places. And then Dover Athletic, Averley, Taunton and ourselves in the relegation zone. We have been doing some manoeuvres on the transfer market. Michael Kelly has joined us on a trial. But when you look at the squad now, he's there. He's quite good. He's 3.5 stars. And he's way above Benfield. So looks like Michael Kelly is... We've asked him if he wants to join us. We've offered him a contract. We're just going to wait now and see whether he's going to come in. I think what we need to do is, as I think I said before, there's a few of these players down here we need to be offloading. Not necessarily the youth players, but Dylan Ross, for instance. I think we can offer him out. Georges, really, but I need another defensive midfielder to replace him first. Anybody that's 2 stars that hasn't got any potential really. So Dylan Ross, let's offer him out. Offer via the transfer room. I'm just gonna offer him out. Just see what happens. Put him out there. And we also need to do the same with a couple of the other players here. So Dylan Ross, David Sesse, I think, is another one. Josh McQuaid, he's injured at the minute. How long's he injured for? 6 to 7 months. Nobody's going to buy him. So we're stuck with him. 450 quid a week as well. His contract runs out in the summer, and it may be that we run his contract out. Or agree a mutual termination. Gerard Benfield, if we can get 2 goalkeepers in, I think he's out. We'll get rid of him as well. Save ourselves 150 quid a week. 250 quid for David Sesse. Sesse, you're on your way, mate. Goodbye. We'll offer him out as well. See what comes of those. Just do those 2 for the minute. That'll free up a little bit of wage budget. As I say, Georges, probably need to replace him. We now need to have a look and see what there is available first before we do that. Right, we have 5 days down to the next game. I will come back if there's any news. But otherwise, we will come back for the game against Tonbridge Angels at the Helicon Wealth Longmead Stadium, which I think is in Tonbridge. It doesn't say whether it's in Kent or not. Where are you? Doesn't really sort of say. But anyway, we'll see what comes up. That's where we're going to be playing them. Coming back in just a few minutes from now, hopefully. While you come back, we are on match day, but we have 2 incoming transfers, both goalkeepers. And all I can say is when we weren't sure whether we were going to get one of them, we ended up with both of them. We have brought in Nick Zach. As you know, I couldn't pronounce his name, so we've nicknamed him Nick Zach. And he is a 2.5-star goalkeeper. He's going to probably be our backup goalkeeper. That's what we signed him for anyway, which is lucky we did. More about that in a moment. But he has got potential, 4-star potential. So we'll see where that leads us and see how he progresses as the season continues. He'll obviously get quite a bit of game time down in the under 21s, under 18s, I would suspect. And our other incoming is Michael Kelly. He's come in. His history is this. He's last been at Milton Keynes Dons, but he's joined us on a freebie. Released by Milton Keynes Dons, played for Carlisle before that. Not really played for anybody substantial, but he is a... if I can click on him properly. There we go. He is a 3.5-star goalkeeper, potential to be a 4-star goalkeeper. He's 27, but he has got that potential, which is quite good news. And he will, I would have thought, lead us out. Gerard Benfield has been transfer listed. We need to offload him, obviously, for wages purposes as soon as we can, because we are overspent on wages now by about £600. So we need to offload or start offloading very quickly. But we've also got to shore up our midfield, would be very good. And possibly even a potential goal scorer would be rather splendid as well. Right. Let's get on with it then. Tonbridge Angels are next up. They have Scott Wagstaff out with a broken lower leg. Joseph is on trial with us, so he's not eligible. And so that's not in the scope. Tonbridge Wells currently in 4th place, having won 14 of their 26 games. Drawn 4, lost 8 altogether. And I believe we've played them before. We lost 2-0. At the Bob Lucas Stadium earlier in the season. So let's hope we can turn that around. Greenwich and Swift, the scorers on that occasion. Let's hope for a better day today. And the side that will face Tonbridge Angels in this game. Kelly makes his debut in goal then. Let's hope he can do some wonders in that goal. McCarthy makes his first appearance for us since we took over in the left wing back position. Thompson and Rowan in central defence. Howe is continuing on the right. Petit, Slade and Bolton playing in between them as the ball winning midfielder in central midfield. Vice comes back after his injury behind Goodship and Roberts on this occasion. Cheshire, Goodry, Bearwish, Shabar and Melvin Lambert are all on the bench. And here we are at Tonbridge. They've won their last 4 on the trot. They're playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder today. We've drawn our last 2 playing this formation. We're hoping it will make a breakthrough at some point or other. Still on the bottom with 11 points. They're 4th with 46. First highlight just inside the 2nd minute. Slade to Petit from a throw-in from Howe. Bolton. Roberts to McCarthy. McCarthy comes forward now. Looking to find Petit. Petit loses the ball, and I'm not too sure about Petit. I'm getting more and more worried about him. Greenwich goes out there for that ball. He's cut it back for Guard. It's out to Turner. Turner's going to have a go from distance. And Kelly's beaten inside 2 minutes. Oh, got a deflection as well. Unfortunate. Come off of Howe. Beat the goalkeeper. Throw in right in that corner and it's swung in. Kelly's going to collect that though. His height showing that. He drops the ball. Plays it to McCarthy. McCarthy to Goodship. Goodship comes forward. And he's lost the ball. Dearie me. Maybe this formation isn't working. Maybe we do switch to one of the other formations if this doesn't work on this occasion. It's worth a try, but we're not managing it very well as Howe's out here. It's got Turner. Crosses that deep, but McCarthy is there. But it's played on. Greenwich. And he's beaten Kelly again. Inside 5 minutes. Kelly's been beaten twice. They have a corner now. Turner with the corner. It's swung in. It's come off the crossbar. Free kick. McCarthy with the free kick. And Howe couldn't get that down. Free kick deep in their half. And who's that got an injury? One of our players. Work that out shortly. Who is it? Good ship. Taking a knock. Mempolo is out there. And they're on danger again, Lurks. How? Bolton. Vice. Back to Kelly. Kelly. What's he going to do with this? He's out to Howe. Howe comes forward. And playing the ball. On a poor ball. Oh, wake up, boys. Batty. Good ship. Good ship to Slade. Roberts. Howe, this is looking promising. And Teddy Howe gets one back for us. An assist from Dan Roberts. And on 36 minutes, it is Tonbridge Angels 2. Weymouth 1. Could this be the beginning? Slade, Roberts through to Howe. Howe had people in the area but decided to go alone. Howe with a throw in now. Bolton finds Thompson. Thompson to Petit. Back to Thompson. Out to McCarthy. Bolton. Thompson. Oh, and casual again. Greenwich is in. He's going to try and have a pop in a minute. He's cut that back for fielding. Danger lurks. Ooh, off the woodwork again. Turner. I think Kelly was beaten. Turner was offside. Throwing on that far side. Mampolo. With the throw-in, guard crosses it deep, and Kelly's beaten again. This time by Fag. Half time comes, and new goalkeeper. Things should be a bit better. No, they're not. They've had 10 shots, 5 on target, 1.51, 45% of the possession. We've had 3 shots, just the 1 on target, 0.27, 55% of the possession. I'm not happy. And the highlight with Tonbridge Angels. And they fired that ball forward. Greenwich is there, but he's on his own at the moment. He doesn't have any support, but he has now. Turner. Early in this second half. Guard. Oh, my gosh. And I haven't got a goalkeeper. I took the goalkeeper off the bench. Nickzack, rather. I should have taken him. I should have left him on the bench. We could have changed him half time. That's Kelly's made another mistake. What a poor game he is having. Dearie me. They have a corner now. Turner to Lyons. Foster back to Turner. Crosses it. Oh, dearie me. I really don't know what to say. Bring a goalkeeper in. It's all right. I've saved the day. Gee. Vice now. Let's come back off the woodwork, I think. McCarthy will get there. Good work by McCarthy. Let's be careful now. Thompson. Petit. When it was 2-1, looked like we might have got back into it. Roberts! He puts it away. It's going to be offside, is it? Yeah. It's debatable. And with 60 minutes on the clock, making 2 changes, both up front. We've taken off Goodship with that injury, and Melvin Lambert comes on to replace him. We've also taken off Mitchell Weiss and brought on Shabba. Roberts drops that shadow striker role. Shabba comes on up front alongside Melvin Lambert. McCarthy with a throw-in now. Melvin Lambert. Petit. Slade. McCarthy crosses it deep. Nobody there. And that ball cleared. Greenwich is there, but it's only as far as Thompson on this occasion. Thompson to Bolton. Bolton through to Howe. Howe comes forward. Cross it into the box and just wide by Melvin Lambert. I think it's a corner actually. Saved then. Melvin to McCarthy to Shabba. Howe coming forward. Crossed in. And I think come off the defender. Have another corner this side. Howe with an in-swing. It's headed back out to Howe. Well defended. McCarthy. Rowan. Oof, just wide. And with 88 minutes on the clock, we're taking off Teddy Howe. And we've brought on Tariq Gidary. A free kick to Tonbridge. 93rd minute. 6 minutes of injury time to be played. Plenty of time for them to score again, which is a bit of a worry. And it's through to Turner. It's gone wide this time. That was more to do with the poor shooting of Turner as opposed to anything Kelly did. We have a throw-in the 95th minute now. Melvin Lambert to Thompson to Bolton. Rowing. Be nice to get another goal if we could. Melvin Lambert, and he has. He hit that so hard. Henley couldn't hold on to it, and it's offside. It's all over, and well, what can you say? A 5-1 loss. It's punched a hole in us. We did very well in that second half, really sort of come back at them, but not enough. 14 shots, 6 on target, 1.66, 59% of the possession. They had 15 shots, 8 on target, 2.14 on the XG, 41% of the possession. Well, yes, what can you say? That has really done us some damage, and we'll go and have a look and see what damage that has done to us. Well, a lousy day at the office has not helped us in the slightest. We have a goal difference now, minus 31. We got 11 points, 9 points adrift to Taunton in 23rd, but more kin, 16 points adrift to Dover Athletic, who are in 20th place. They've just managed to haul themselves out of that relegation zone. But that's where we need to be, and we need to be picking up some wins sooner than later. Admittedly, it was against Tonbridge Angels, who were fourth in the table at the start of the day, remaining fourth actually. But that's not the point. It's we should have really given them more of a game. And Kelly, our incoming goalkeeper, to have such a poor day hasn't helped at all. So the poor form continues, and yet to see anything turn around. Do we change the formation? Is it not working? What do we do? I'm not too sure. We're going to play St Albans City offline. They're currently 21st. Should be able to get something from them. Then we play Slough Town, who are currently in second place. That's going to be a toughie. And Taunton just above us. So 2 games right above us. But we're going to come back for Taunton and Dartford. Taunton in 23rd, Dartford in 10th in the next episode. But we're going to play St Albans City and Slough Town offline. Both home games, I hasten to add. The next episode, both away games. And we'll see where we are when we get to that point. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It's going to be a toughie, this one, I think, if we manage to survive. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short series. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up. Subscribe, hit the notification button, leave me some comments. All helps me here on YouTube. It all keeps you up to date with the future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, of course, which is going out at the moment, Irons in the Fire. And let you know when they are released and any new series come along as well. New episodes of Bottom to the Top will be released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with all that's happening on this channel is to follow me on Twitter at JustOffsideToo. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 3. It's out on Friday. Can we turn this ship around? Every game that goes by it makes it more difficult. Till next time, bye-bye.